Hi, I'm David Ellefson, and this is ACM.
So you're here today at ACM Guildford doing a masterclass. What can we expect from that class today?
You know, I assume most people are probably here because they know of my work with Megadeth, for sure. And, you know, which is a great group musically because it's very progressive, it's very forward-thinking. And musically, there's a lot of dynamics in it. I mean, I could play one song and do a masterclass on one song. That's how much content is in, like, one Megadeth song. But I also like to dig into some of the performance stuff, some of the composition of our material, and then some of the things that sort of brought me as a kid up to this point, you know, as an adult and a professional, and then also some Q&A, because I like to come here to learn too, quite honestly, when I do these. There's just unbelievable amount of things that they ask, and random things, and it's good for me because it keeps my chops up and keeps my game up as well when I come into a school like this.
We've got some students that are going to be performing with you today. You've had a little bit of a jam.
Yeah.
What did you make of them, and have you got any advice for them ahead of their performance with you today?
Music should always be fun. There's some moments that aren't always fun because that's how any job is, any gig is. We put up with 22 hours of the day so we can have those couple hours on stage, and that really is what our life is about.
What do you wish that someone had told you before you embarked on this career?
How difficult people are going to be. Being around artists is not always easy, and I think as a bass player I get to do a little bit of both of it. I get to be an artist myself in certain situations, and then other times I'm there to just play bass for the song someone else wrote. So I think probably as a bass player, and it speaks probably well to my personality, which is why I think the bass chose me. I didn't choose the bass. Somehow the bass found me in the universe and said, you're going to do this, young man, you know, oftentimes my role in a band, in a musical setting, is to sort of be the cohesive one to bring things together and make things fit. From the very beginning, roles were cast, and because I was there in the beginning with Dave, you know, I understood those roles, and I think that's probably why I've been there all these years, 35 years of Megadeth.
Awesome. So you've met some great people in your career so far. What's the best piece of advice that someone else has given to you?
You know, I've learned a lot from all kinds of people, and not always musicians. You know, I think some of the best stuff I've learned in the business of music has been from managers. We had a manager back in the late 80s into the early 90s who helped me get sobered up. It was very important because I learned to play when I was a kid and really enjoyed it, and I started getting into drugs and alcohol, and it took me off of the path, and it was threatening to destroy my dreams, and he helped me get refocused and back on the path. So I mean, I certainly owe him my life for doing that, and that's been great now ever since then. I asked him a lot of questions about the business. You know, I'd go to his hotel room when we were on the road, and I'd say, explain to me music publishing. Like, how does that work? Music publishing is one of the most complex equations of our entire industry, and it only gets more complex with digital streaming and all that's going on now. So I think, you know, asking people questions is important.
Awesome, that's really good advice. Obviously, well-being and business is really important to the education here at ACM. So thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much, everybody.